Greetings, fellow fans. In today's video, I bring you many updates, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Today, the questions and comments focus on the draft, some trades, and possible free agency discussions in this context. Let's start with the first question that kicks off this conversation. One fan suggests trading a player during the draft to secure a 4th, 5th, or 6th round pick, along with a quarterback in rounds 4 or 5, also considering the possibility of signing a quarterback after the draft. The idea is to give the rookie the opportunity to learn from the starting quarterback and the second-string quarterback. I also support a trade, but focusing on picking between the 10th and 12th positions. What really interests me is securing a 2nd and a 3rd pick. But if only one is possible, I'm concerned about the decision the team will make in that situation. If the goal is to bring in a quarterback who has already played for other teams, I'm against that. I believe it would be wiser to keep the current player and let him and the rookie compete for the position, as this would benefit the rookie's development. Even if an injury occurs with the starting quarterback, we would still have the current player and the rookie would continue his improvement. This to me seems like a more effective approach. Now, moving on to the next question. A fan suggests a trade to the 8th position and still acquiring a player for a 3rd round pick, along with another player for a 2nd round pick, believing that a 3rd player could be selected in the 3rd round. Personally, I think moving back to the 8th or 9th position increases the chances of losing the player you want. The team might try to move to select a running back, which could be a surprise to some. I'm not interested in a quarterback. In the 2nd round, and if the conversation turns to reinforcing the offensive line, I imagine we could select a player in that position with our top 3 picks in the draft. Let's analyze some players, and this was even a point we discussed during a live chat on draft simulations. If you're interested, we had a live broadcast on Thursday. If you choose a player in the 6th pick, you could have the chance to secure another player in the 37th. Likewise, if we pick the first player in the 6th, it might be possible to secure another one. I'm curious to hear your choices, so here's a question. If you had to choose between 2 players, who would be your pick? I won't hide it, this may surprise some, but I'm quite satisfied with both options. In fact, more than satisfied. Now, changing to another question. If the team brings in a standout player, do you think we can extend the contract of a key player? To be honest, I don't think one factor influences the other. If the team decides to go after this player, it would be a 1-year contract to evaluate his worth. As for extending the contract of the other player, I believe that deal will be reached eventually. I wonder if another team might be interested in trading for this player, given that some important options may no longer be available. Now, let's move on to another question from a different location. Would you accept a trade where we give up 1st-round picks to acquire this player? In this case, we would swap the 6th pick for the 13th pick, receiving the 13th pick and the player in question, while the other team would receive the 6th pick. Honestly, I don't see this as a good deal for the team. I think we should get more. I value this player greatly and truly believe the team would benefit from his presence, but at the same time, it is essential to ensure that the trade brings some value in return. I would like to secure a 2nd round pick in addition to that. The Raiders should seriously consider acquiring a skilled player. Many believe his addition could enhance the team's performance. However, it is crucial to ensure that any trade provides some value in return. One might expect a 2nd round selection along with any other negotiated terms. There could even be an exchange of 5th round picks included in the arrangement. Now, let's consider this as a theoretical scenario. Who stands to gain more from this trade? If one assumes the Raiders would come out on top, they might express that view. Conversely, if they believe the other team would benefit more, they may lean in that direction. In truth, it appears that the other team might have the advantage in this situation. This is not a trade worth pursuing unless a 2nd round pick can be obtained, which is thought to be in the vicinity of the 48th pick. Envisioning a deal where the Raiders acquire the player and the 48th pick, while the opposing team receives a 5th round pick and swaps 1st round picks, is certainly an intriguing idea. Based on the trade value chart, this may seem like a significant request, but it helps to clarify what the trade could involve. To many, this seems like a fairer swap. While recognizing the player's abilities, if moving back to the 13th pick, it would be ideal to secure a second and a third round pick. Frankly, the player's value might only equate to a fourth round pick at this stage, particularly after remarks made by a general manager. So let's assume the trade is outlined as follows. The Raiders obtain picks 13 and 48, while the other team receives a 6th round pick, intending to draft an offensive lineman since they are cutting ties with the player due to financial issues. This leads to the question of whether they might also trade for another player, as that would involve further salary commitments. Who ultimately benefits from this trade? From this perspective, it represents solid value for the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, shifting gears, there has been a query regarding a scenario where another player might miss mandatory camp. Would a trade happen immediately? The answer is no. Acting hastily in that regard would not be prudent. This situation can be quite vexing, particularly with the current anxiety surrounding their absence. But it is important to keep in mind that these off-season workouts are voluntary, especially for an offensive lineman who has been with the team since 2018. It is challenging to understand the reason behind all the concern at this point. If we approach the mandatory camp dates and a captain is still absent, then it would warrant some worry. Yet it is believed that a contract extension will be completed in May. Currently, the emphasis seems to be on the draft, where it should rightfully be. The general consensus is that the player is dependable and wishes to continue in Las Vegas. There is a strong belief that an agreement will materialize in May. More questions are on the horizon, but let's shift focus to something thrilling. When it comes to last-minute tickets, having options is key. They assure the best prices, provide seat view access, and simplify the resale of tickets. By merely downloading the app and setting up an account, one can achieve considerable savings. On the initial purchase, it is an effective way to eliminate the uncertainty associated with ticket buying. Now, regarding thrilling experiences, it is absolutely time to think about attending an NBA playoff game live. One of the aspirations is to visit all 32 MLB baseball stadiums with a family member, and witnessing a Raiders game in person would be incredible. For supporters of teams like the Warriors or the Lakers or even the Rockets, if hoping to catch an NBA playoff matchup, this option is ideal for securing tickets. There is a possibility to save up to 60% when purchasing last-minute tickets for sports events, comedy shows, and theater performances, making the ticket purchasing process easier than ever by quickly highlighting the best deals. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The Las Vegas Raiders have shocked the NFL world with a blockbuster move that could redefine the balance of power in the AFC West. In a dramatic twist that no one saw coming, superstar wide receiver Tyreek Hill has signed a lucrative contract with the Raiders, instantly turning their offense into one of the most feared in the league. Hill, known for his electrifying speed and game-changing ability, leaves the Miami Dolphins to join a franchise hungry for success and determined to return to playoff contention. Sources close to the team revealed that Hill's deal is one of the richest ever handed out to a wide receiver, underlining the Raiders' aggressive approach this offseason. With this signing, Las Vegas sends a clear message. They are not here to rebuild. They are here to contend. The arrival of Hill adds a new dynamic to an already talented group of playmakers and gives the Raiders an elite threat capable of breaking a game wide open at any moment. For the fans in Las Vegas, this is more than just a signing. It's a statement of intent. After years of inconsistent performances and missed opportunities, the front office is finally taking bold steps to build a championship-caliber roster. Tyreek Hill brings not only elite production, but also veteran leadership and a championship pedigree from his time with the Kansas City Chiefs. His familiarity with the division could prove crucial as the Raiders gear up for intense battles against Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. With Hill now in silver and black, expectations will rise quickly. The pressure is on the coaching staff to build an offensive system that maximizes his talents, and on the quarterback, whoever takes the snaps in week 1, to deliver the ball accurately and consistently. But one thing is certain, the Raiders offense just got a whole lot faster, louder, and more dangerous. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.